770 CHQR traffic helicopter. I'm Freddie Howard.
Global News Sky Tracker weather becoming mostly sunny today, breezy and a high of 10 degrees, down to +1 tonight, and mostly cloudy and 11 tomorrow. Currently in downtown Calgary, it's -2. No word yet if a fourth round of formal talks today between Russia and Ukraine on a ceasefire and safe corridors for refugees has resulted in any progress. As the Russian assault continues on Ukraine, the exodus of refugees out of the country continues. The United Nations has called it Europe's biggest refugee crisis since the Second World War. Global's Mike Armstrong reports 2.7 million people have now fled Ukraine.
It's not slowing down. There would have been 100,000 people who would have crossed just yesterday. This city's full. Lviv has been over capacity for a week now, but there are signs that sort of further afield, a lot of cities are overwhelmed as well. Krakow, Poland, for example, is saying that shelters there, temporary accommodations are full up already. Poland alone, 1.66 million people cross over. The next closest country is Hungary with just 246,000 people.
Meanwhile, Russian airstrikes are coming closer to NATO's doorstep. 35 people were killed in an airstrike on a military base near the Polish border. And a Kremlin spokesman is denying reports that Russia has asked China for military assistance in its offensive in Ukraine. He says the operation is going as planned and that the Russian military is ensuring, quote, the maximum security of the civilian population. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is in Rome meeting a top Chinese official. He says Washington has told Beijing that it won't let any country compensate Russia for its losses from the economic sanctions. China has locked down 2 cities, including one that is home to 17.5 million people, and banned most residents from leaving a northeastern province as it tries to stop its biggest COVID-19 outbreak since the start of the pandemic. Beijing has also mobilized 7,000 military reservists as it tackles the fast-spreading Stealth Omicron variant BA2. China has seen relatively few infections since the initial Wuhan outbreak as it sticks to its zero-tolerance strategy of strict lockdowns and mandatory quarantines for anyone who's come in contact with a positive case. The Boy Scouts of America's bankruptcy case goes to court today. The organization is facing an onslaught of child sex abuse allegations. Reporter Jackie Quinn has more.
More than 2 years after the Boy Scouts of America sought bankruptcy protection, a federal judge in Delaware will decide if its reorganization plan can go forward. The proposal includes a massive compensation fund, $2.6 billion, which would be the largest in U.S. history in a sexual abuse case. The Boy Scouts organization, its insurers, and some of its sponsoring churches would be among those paying into the fund.
That trial is expected to last weeks. And the federal government is looking at making changes to the Cannabis Act that would let people buy more cannabis drinks at a time without exceeding public possession limits. The proposed changes would see the quantity of cannabis drinks adults could possess increase from 2.1 to 17.1 liters. Currently, rules allow people to buy far more vapes, oil sprays, and edibles than drinks. It's 8:36. Breaking news when it happens. Our next scheduled news at 9. I'm Brenda Neufeld. Mostly sunny today, 11 degrees for our high. We'll get some cloud and down to +1 overnight. That's right. That's not so bad at all. Tuesday, mostly cloudy. Will pop up once again to 11 degrees for the high, and it looks like nice weather right through the weekend. Fantastic week ahead in store for us. A little chilly to start things off, but not so bad considering what it's been like. Right now, -2 with that wind chill, -7 in Calgary. The weather brought to you by Senior Home Care by Angels. Compassionate in-home care for your loved ones, giving you and your family peace of mind. Visit seniorhomecarecalgary.com.
Go across the road.
Little things that excite me, being simple-minded. Hey, coming up on the program, just before 9 o'clock, this is interesting. It's going to be kind of a riddle for you. The fashion accessory that sacrificed health for beauty. Exactly what is it, and when did it lose its popularity? After business, a check on business with Dave Popowich. We'll find out who the inspiration is behind Calgary Public Library's new community initiative. It's a name and a face I think many Calgarians know. We'll find out who that is just after business.
8:37 now. Helicopter traffic time is brought to you by Truman.
Deerfoot Trail is winding down on the north end. Still seeing some residual volume on the south end between Douglasdale Boulevard and Southland Drive. Still quite busy on Crowchild as well from Charleswood down towards the Bow River. Exiting off of Crowchild into downtown, 9th Avenue is very busy. We've got a collision at 14th Street and water main repair work at 9th Street Southwest. So big delays on that route. Memorial Drive is going to be a great alternate. Have a collision southbound Shaganappy Trail as you approach Edgemont Boulevard with backups to Country Hills Boulevard. And through the northeast, westbound lanes of the airport tunnel remain closed for filming today. You are detoured up north to Country Hills Boulevard, reconnecting via Barlow. Love You by Shoppers Drug Mart is committed to advancing women's health. Visit shoppersdrugmart.ca/loveyou to learn more. For the 770 CHQR traffic helicopter, I'm Brady Howard.
Denied long-term disability? If the insurance company invites you to appeal, remember, the truth is that appeals can often trap you and run out the clock on your rights. There is a much more powerful option to get the compensation you deserve. Go to disabilityrights.ca and get disability lawyer Savannah Markin in your corner. Discover what the insurance companies don't want you to know and how Savannah can force them to pay what you are owed. Disabilityrights.ca.
More and more Canadians are experiencing the reliable speeds of Shaw Fiber Plus Internet, even when the whole family is online. Canadians like Gordon from Parksville, BC, who says, "It's fantastic. I have no issues, no problems. My music, my TV, I do everything through the internet." Aw, thanks for the kind words, Gordon. Making sure our customers are always connected is why we get out of bed in the morning. Get reliable, fast internet on Shaw's Fiber Plus network. Visit shaw.ca for details. Welcome to the newly released Desjardins condos by Jaminville, located next to Quarry Park, just minutes from the Bow River. They're close to downtown, shops, restaurants, bike paths, and more. It's inner-city style living at its best. These stunning condos offer high-end finishings, a fitness center, outdoor terrace, and a lush 2-acre central garden. Now selling 1- and 2-bedroom condos with den starting from the high 200s, including heated underground parquet and air-conditioned suites. Visit jamin.com/Desjardins today.
This is the Business Report on 770 CHQR.
Joining us once again with business is Dave Popowich of the Popowich Carmeli Advisory Group, CIBC Wood Gundy. Happy Monday and hello again, Dave.
Hi, Andy. I'm great. How about you?
Good. Going to find out about oil and why it's pulling back today. We'll get there in a second, but first, how do the numbers look second hour in?
Yeah, they don't look too bad. They're mixed. In this case, we've got Canada trading down about 134 points currently at 21,327. The U.S. markets seem to be gaining a little bit of momentum here. We have the Dow trading up 337 points to 33,279. Oil down $7.80 to 101.53. Western Canadian Select Glass traded 92.45. We've got natural gas down 9 cents to 4.63. Canadian dollars down 3 basis points, 78.43 against the U.S. currency. And gold is also down today, $24 currently at 1,961 U.S. an ounce.
All right, let's talk about the status of oil this morning. What are you seeing?
Well, you're seeing a couple of things pressure oil. This whole the optimism around the talks between Ukraine and Russia is certainly part of that. The China story is also, I think, playing part of this factor with them closing down some of their economy for COVID. That's likely creating some demand destruction. So all of that would certainly take some of the pressure out of oil prices. But on the other hand, you've also got the Iranian nuclear discussions falling apart late last week. And so, market pricing out that would be supportive of prices there. But on balance, we're seeing some steam come out of the market.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about communications. And Rogers discussing the spinning off of some assets, specifically what?
Yeah, they're wireless assets. So they've got about 11 million wireless customers, and Shaw has about 2 million. Now, the government's been very clear on the fact that they want some increased competition in that space, and so Rogers has opened up a data room and is engaging in conversations. In fact, news was just breaking this morning that Global Live has indicated publicly that they've got some interest in those assets. So the expectation is they're going to have to sell Freedom Mobile or perhaps some Spectrum or all of it. We'll have to wait and see if they want to close this deal by the end of June is what they've indicated.
Good stuff. Have a great rest of your give back and to kind of immerse yourself into the community. I think we met 25 years ago in Inglewood Sunfest. You